time I had, weekends, vacations. I worked as a volunteer almost everywhere in in Flanders, because they asked me at the end. They asked me to come to. They wanted to influence me one direction or the other. I was a voter in Parliament. It was yes. It took all my life. Yeah. So after a few years, when the debate was over, I came home. I thought, this man and these two girls, who are they? And it was my husband and yes. It was very intense. Yes.
Yeah. Would you talk about the issue at home with your family?
Yes. Mm-hmm. With my husband, but he was the same meaning that I had. So that was good, and. My children, they were young. They were, at that time, they are now 35. So this is 15 years ago. They were teenagers growing up, teenagers. Often it was difficult because they were at school. They said your mother this and your mother that, and it was difficult for them.
They were attacked.
Yeah, they were a little. Yes, they were attacked. And then I had problem with friends, because not all my friends were free thinkers. I had a lot of friends. In the past I was a teacher, religion teacher, but I didn't practice it. But I had the education to do that. So I went always to Catholic school. So all my colleagues at school were also Catholics. And when I left as a teacher to work as a politician, when I was doing these issues and other issues like transsexuals and homosexuals, marriage on homosexuals, were my issues. They didn't understand it. They say, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I was not very close with the world where I was teaching in a Catholic school, but at the end you separate. So when I went out of the politic, I couldn't go back to school to teach. It was impossible. It was impossible for me to go back to Catholic school to teach. Mm-hmm. So I had to break with a part of the past, and I have still colleagues I see on Facebook, and then but my world really changed working on the issue of euthanasia.
Yeah. When you were within the Catholic school system, were you always a bit more radical?
Yes. I was always, because I didn't practice religion, and I could teach Catholic religion, but I refused to do it because it was not my way of thinking. I could understand to be a Christian and to do, but Catholic, I was not a Catholic. So I always was a little bit at school, a free thinker, and it was not easy. When you're in a Catholic school, it's not easy to be a free thinker. Now, at this moment, my world and my friends and people who I know are almost everybody is a free thinker. So I moved from one network to another network, and also my friends that moved.
Yeah.
And
so you sort of made friends through the euthanasia.
Yes. There are friends who were staying, even when they are not on the same way of thinking. They respect my way of thinking, and I respect their way of thinking, and we can talk about it. But then when at the beginning when we are together, so I have women friends from the past, and sometimes we meet each other, and then we eat something together, and then we have the agreement. Half an hour we talk politics. And then, because I'm working in a liberal party now, so half an hour we talk politics, and then close up, and we go on without. You have to do it, because in the end you are always discussing, and it's not possible. So you have to make the politicians who can do it very well, to have their personal life and their political life separated, it's good, but it's not my way of doing politics.
Yeah.
I always did what I did it for 100%, too much.
And right when you started working on the issue, was your opinion always the same, or did it change over those 2 years?
It changed.
How
Yes,
did
it changed. Yes, because when we were talking about psychiatric illness, and I didn't know what it was. You know it, but not. You learn to know it as working as a volunteer, and as a volunteer, I didn't. A lot of politicians go to an institution and then they talk to the directors. Then they visit half an hour the institution, and then they go with a fine, something to eat, something to drink. They discuss with the directors. I didn't it this way. So I had a short briefing by the direction, and then I was put in an afdeling where I had to work with the nurses. So I was like a volunteer. I gave food to people. I washed. I had, for the first time in my life, I had to wash an older person. It's difficult to wash a woman, but a man, you have to wash a man. I thought, what is happening here? When I worked, I was 1 week with very severe mental people. So men of 50 years old who were like a baby, and I work with them. Those people are living in an institution all their lives, so we don't see them. They are not visible in our society. So when I entered there, it was an whole world was opening for me. And then you learn an issue like dementia, like cancer with children. I was in an oncology also. I worked there also as a volunteer. People with a mental retreatment, how to say that. Then you see what you are working on, and then you move. I accepted at the end, that not everybody can ask for euthanasia. There are a lot of people who are not able to ask for it. The older people I saw, the men I had to wash, they were not able to eat on a table. They were always on the ground. It was like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. It was terrible what I saw there. Nowadays, those people are not. They have sobering treatment in there that nowadays we can have an abortion on those people. Before it didn't exist, so they came on earth, and then they were after they were born, they were put in an institution to take care of them, because it was not possible as a mother and a father to take care of such babies. It's terrible to see it, but then you move, and then you understand the euthanasia law is possible for certain people, not for everybody, and then you learn to accept that your free thinking ideas are not the end, that you have to limit there also, and also that you have to accept that some people want to continue life. It's not because there is a law on euthanasia and there is a law on abortion that you have to do an euthanasia or that you have to do an abortion. When young people say, we want a baby, and we know he is mentally very, very, very and they want to have it, they can have it. So I don't want to enter in a society who is going to eliminate every person who is not able to do everything.